Hello, friends. For 430 years, the children of Israel were held bondage in Egypt. But the time had come when God would free them from their slavery and deliver them to the land of promise. In Exodus chapter 12, God instructs Moses to speak to the people and give them some specific instructions. Verses 3 and 4 of Exodus 12 describes those instructions. Here is what they were told. 1. Every home should take a male lamb that is less than 1 year old and without blemish. It could either be a sheep or a goat lamb. It should be kept for 4 days, then everyone will kill their goat in the evening. They should take the blood and splash it on either side of the doorpost as well as the upper post. They should roast the meat that night and eat it with unleavened bread and herbs. They must not eat it raw and should eat all of it that evening. 7, they were told, if anything is left over, the next day it should be burnt. And then finally, they should eat it with the loins girded, their shoes on, a staff in their hand, and eat quickly. Then verse 13 says, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where you are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. Now, we know what happened in verse 39. It says, and it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. This was the last straw for Pharaoh. So he allowed the children of Israel to leave Egypt. Fast forward now to Exodus chapter 14. The children of Israel are at the edge of the Red Sea. They see Pharaoh's army quickly coming up behind them. Instead of remembering how God delivered them and cry out to him for help, they allowed fear to creep in and complain to Moses about leading them out of Egypt. Verses 13 and 14 of Exodus 14 tells us what Moses said to them in response to their fear and complaining. He says, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them again no more forever. The Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Of course, we know that Pharaoh and his army were all killed. That event with the children of Israel was a foreshadow of another life-changing event that would occur about 1346 years later. You see, the entire world was held bondage by Satan and his demonic host. Instead of slavery to work, you and I were held in the slavery of sin. Like the Israelites, freedom would come only through sacrifice. In this case, Jesus is the sacrificial lamb. His blood would be sprinkled on the doorposts of every human. All we have to do is to acknowledge that sacrifice and surrender our lives to his lordship so we can be delivered from our spiritual Egypt. But know this, like Pharaoh, Satan is not pleased by the fact that you have been set free from your bondage. He will pursue you. He will try to steal, kill, and destroy you. What will your response be like when you find yourself in a situation where the enemy is hot on your trail? You are surrounded and there seems to be no way out. Your life is a mess. Your children are rebellious. Your marriage is on the rocks. Your business is failing. Your ministry is not working. You feel alone. You never seem to get ahead in your job. The house is falling apart. You just got bad news about your health. Will you allow fear to consume you? Will you forget about where God took you from and complain about your circumstances like the children of Israel did? Today, the word of the Lord comes to you like it did with Moses. God says to you, fear not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the enemies whom you have seen today, you will see them again no more forever. The Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Right now, lay claim upon what is rightfully yours by virtue of the shed blood of Jesus and your position as a child of the King. Stand up now and declare in the realm of the heavens that greater is he that is for me than those who are against me. Declare this. No weapons that is formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment shall be condemned. Then wait and watch the Lord move on your behalf.